G'day guys, welcome back to Fading Margins, and this is kind of a quick video, bit of an impromptu. This is a review. It's kind of feedback on the performance of certain tools. Last weekend before last, our new next door neighbours pollarded their birch tree. Beautiful silver birch, lovely thing it was. Local busybodies got stuck in and said, "Oh, it's overhanging the road." So the poor sod, he cut it. And I think he regretted, for the moment he cut it, he regretted it. Anyway, Steve was in there straight away. "What are you doing with all that? Are you going to get rid of it?" And he said, "Oh, I'm going to get rid of it." I said, "How about you just leave it over the fence?" So I went over on the Saturday, cut a long story short, and we limbed it all up, what he brought down. And I've got a whole pile of wood to collect for the fire, probably for not for this winter, but certainly for the next. And maybe for some outdoor use. So that's thumbs up. It's kind of a sacred duty, really. If you're going to cut down trees, you should at least use them for something. So I went over on Saturday to do some limbing, and I took some tools with me. So what tools did I take and how did they work? Well, the two tools that I took, that I probably used, well, I didn't really use them the most, but I started. I took the BK9, because I love this thing, and if it's possible, it punches above its weight. For light limbing, I find you need a cutting tool like this. Now the fro, if I'm going to bother to get it out of the wood basket, would have probably done equally well. Although you may recall I did a video when I cut up my apple tree, which has come back very nicely, by the way. This outperformed everything else, so this was what I reached for. And as I say, for short chopping action, not machete work, but certainly for light limbing and that sort of thing, this is kind of and it performed beautifully. I was really happy with it. I did a first class job. Still terrifyingly sharp after a full day's work. In fact, it's in better condition than I am, because I'm still, the old joints are still a bit knocked about. Now, I could have taken my small forest axe. I could have taken my Grand Brooks Hunter. I'm not a huge, I'll be honest with you, I bought that Hunter. I lusted after that Hunter for years, and I don't like the handle on it. What can you do? Anyway, that's by and by. But I didn't. I decided I was going to take a hawk. Now, my mate, Montana Woods Runner, he's a huge fan of the cold steel Trailhawk. Got one of those. I use it. But I didn't want to take that. I wanted to take this. This is the Hudson Bay Hawk, Tomahawk. So it's got a broader blade, more beard on it, and it's slightly heavier. And it's got a full-length handle, as you can see. There we go. I found myself sort of choked up on it about here most of the time, and this performed beautifully. It was a perfect compliment. It was like being thrown back into olden days. You have a large knife, and you have a hawk, and for anything up to 3-4 inches, you got absolutely golden. This thing was slaying its way through all sorts of stuff, and you can take the limb off, with the grain, not against it, no trouble at all. And then it had enough. What I wanted was enough blade, enough width here, so that when I cut away from myself, behind myself, I didn't have to be too accurate. The edge is limited by my abilities more than anything else, but it did really well. So I'm chuffed with this. I've got to make a mask for it. I've got some leather, and maybe we'll do a video on that at some juncture. I know I've promised you guys this whole fire making thing, so that's going to come first. But this thing deserves a mask and deserves to be carried. It's, was it a couple of pounds? Is it a couple of pounds? Probably not. I'll pop it on the scales and I'll stick it in the description below, shall I? Don't know why people do this, because there's nothing down there except the table. Anyway, yeah, fantastic tool. Had a great time with it. I swapped out just before I packed in using both of them. I'll tell you why in a minute. I swapped it out and I started using this because I like this very much. This is the bare bones tomahawk. I just like the shape. I don't particularly like the pole at the end. I don't know why they did that, probably save some weight. It's lighter than that one. But by the time I got this out, I was already getting tired. And so it didn't really get a fair shake. Also, I haven't spent as much time messing around with the edge. This one has a less conventional edge. Axe edge. I mean, if you can see that one, it's still flat, but this baby is even. It doesn't look at in the lens, if I can see where the lens is, but it is actually thinner and flatter. So I'm gonna do a bit of work on this, but I do like this. But you know, I can't say how well it performed because I didn't use it anywhere near as much as I used this baby. This was very special. And then I had a change. I took some advice from a video by Don Cavellis of 4-dog stoves, and I went and got my long loppers. I haven't got them with me. Shall we go out the shed and I'll show them to you? It's not a recommendation of the brand, it's a recommendation of the tool and of the concept. So hang fire and I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, welcome back. Here we are in the garage, and you can see behind me, there they are, there's the loppers there. I'll swing you around and show you what we're talking about. Well, I'll step back because you can't see them otherwise. So they start up there and you can see they've got adjustment points. You press the pin in and you can slide them up and down, make them longer or shorter. I don't know what brand they are, Kent and Stowe, whatever that is. I don't recommend the brand particularly, but it's the concept. Although I think Don recommended gear driven ones. I don't know if these are gear driven. But the work, the amount of work went up dramatically once I started using these. They absolutely tore through the job of taking off limbs, anything up to 3+ inches, no problems at all. Yeah, so gardening defeats bushcraft, I guess, in this particular instance. But yeah, so a good day was had by all. I got to go collect the rest of the wood at some juncture from next door. I think they got visitors, so we'll work that out at some stage. All right, there you go, guys. So it was another day out. Had a good time. Drank some beer in the evening. Next door neighbour's a good bloke. He was grateful for the help, and I was grateful for the wood and the opportunity to use some of my bushcrafting tools. Until the next time, I wish you God's blessing and health and happiness, and I will catch you on the next one, which, apart from shorts, will be on gas stoves. Catch you then. Bye-bye.